Hello and welcome to my third match in the No Terminals Mixed Tournament. Apparently, this is a pivotal match in our group, according to my opponent. I hadn't really looked at the standings, but so yeah, this is the mix where all the cards are non-terminal, but are also not villages. So that can mean treasures, night cards, or just actions that say +1 action. So let's see here. What do we have? Okay, so we have Research, Transmogrify, Apprentice, Upgrade, Goat Herd, and Loan for trashing. I don't think we'll be short in that department. We we don't have any plus buys, so the only gains are like, and the only gains are through trashing. So there's no like, I don't know, positive gain cards, except for maybe commerce. I guess that could be relevant with Apprentice for draw. Seems a little hard to believe. The trashing is strong enough that I think it might not be super important to worry about Coven. Maybe a commerce thing is the way to go, just like kind of like, well, but what do you... The problem is the ways to turn cards into other cards through Upgrade and Transmogrify are both not like very sustainable, so I don't know how good that's going to be, really. And there's no other way to gain multiple cards in a turn to feed like golds into Apprentice. So this is really pretty awkward, I think. I'm thinking it would be nice to get a Transmogrify to turn estates into Wishing Wells. I think I'm going to do that. And then maybe we get a Goat Herd depending on... Yeah. It's not really what I wanted to see here. I mean, we could play the Goat Herd and then buy a Border Guard. The potential cost of proving our opponent's Goat Herd. If they have it, we could potentially horse the Goat Herd and rebuy it later. Which would be nice from like getting through the shuffle perspective. I'm not really sure how to play this board is the thing. Like, do I want an upgrade? I think I do want an upgrade. Maybe it's... I don't know, maybe we don't need to do anything all that fancy. I don't know, I think I like doing this. Alright, well, maybe now we will get the upgrade. And we could T-Mog into a Goat Herd here. If my opponent trashes something. Alternatively... Okay. Take a Wishing Well. We're guaranteed to be able... No, that's not true. We could find the upgrade. We wish for upgrade here? Well, I do think it makes sense to trigger the shuffle. I don't really care about getting to 4, so I think I do wish for upgrade. Oh, okay. Do we want to replace the goat herd? The other question, or do we want to just take another wishing well? I mean, the goat herd is nice, I guess, but yeah, actually, I think we do find our goat herd, we're going to draw 2 cards here. We're probably not going to find it, but yeah. Oh, well. I think I'm just going to grab another wishing well. Okay, so we are going to draw. That's good. I might keep the estates around. Is upgrading or T-mogging them is better than upgrading copper. Crashed estate. Yeah, just estate. So we could fail to hit even 2 if we trash here and we draw T-mog. That would kind of suck. Maybe I should trash the estate. Eh. Goes for the Coven. Alright, I don't think I want to T-mog anything here. Cool, we found that. Alright, so we could wish for another well, for goat herd, or for copper. I guess we wish for copper. That. Oh, I forgot about the border guard. Well, this has got to be another copper. Obviously, playing this border guard doesn't really do anything. Although, how does... If both were actions... I assume that means that doing this doesn't do anything. Yeah, okay. Should I get a Coven? I mean, it's payload. We'd like to be able to get a gold probably at some point, but I guess Coven is fine. I don't know what I'm calling this T-mog on at this point. At some point, maybe... Alright, do we want the upgrade now? I guess so. Couldn't do that. Do we have 4 coppers in those 5 cards? How many cards did my opponent trash? 2? All right. Yeah, this isn't really accomplishing anything other than just matching what my opponent is doing. I mean, I could buy gold instead of copper, I guess. I mean, instead of Coven. Playing this goat herd does nothing. If I buy gold, I can trash copper and still afford province if I really want to do that, but I don't know that that really makes sense. You could look at T-mogging, like goat herd or upgrade at some point. I don't know. This is awkward. Maybe it does make more sense to get the Coven, even if the curses don't hurt that much, just because... Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any better ideas. At some point, maybe having this one border guard will give me some kind of advantage. We're down to 4 coppers in those 7 cards. Buys and gains an upgrade. Interesting. I still don't think it makes sense to T-Mahogany. Wishing Well, so 1, 2, 3. So there's only 1 copper in here. All right, we've got our Wishing Well. So what we've got left is copper, goat herd, upgrade, and another Coven. Well, I think the most important card to find is probably Coven. Okay. Wondering about turning the goat herd into a transmogrify? So we have more endgame pile control. We'll split the curses. I think maybe it makes more sense then to trash copper, take gold now. And then I have the option of like using the goat herd as a horse next turn if I need to, or something. I don't know. Okay. Don't understand that. You just want to get the transmogrify off the mat so you can upgrade a 4 cost, maybe? I guess I could have trashed another copper with the goat herd last turn. My opponent even have a goat herd left? No. So yeah, I probably should have done that. Probably should have done that. On the other hand, if my opponent is playing with 2 upgrades, now I'll be able to do some stuff with drawing with goat herd for what that's worth, if I even need to. All right, I still don't think there's anything to transmogrify into, so dang. All right, so we're down to 3 coppers. We've got a goat herd down there. We've got 2 more wishing wells. Goat herd, wishing well, gold. What's the other card? Another copper. Yeah. I guess we wish for the other wishing well. A goat herd. Okay. So we only need 1 of these coppers to be able to hit province. So I think we're gonna trash 2 of them this time and buy province. And then maybe just not play the upgrade next turn. So we're gonna have all those. Oh no, wait, we're gonna be upgrading curse. That's right. That's right. Okay. I mean, maybe it's gonna make more sense to not trigger the shuffle, but I'm not sure. I guess horsing Coven makes some sense relative to what I was doing. We could also upgrade Coven to gold at some point if we want, and then we can get rid of the last coffer. I guess this is an argument for not playing Border Guard early in the turn. Because Border Guard can skip over a bunch of curses. All right, so what we got down there? Well, Coven, Hopper, Province, Goat Herd. So ideally we would, well, I guess I'll wish for the other well. Well or Goat Herd? Well. Now we want to see the Goat Herd. Sweet. Okay, so I think, so we have 6 cards to go through here. We're gonna, yeah, I think we can afford to do this. Oh, I see the problem. I see the problem. The Goat Herd isn't going to have a curse in hand yet. Oh, and the Goat Herd only drew 1 card? What? Didn't? Oh, Way of the Horse. That was a mistake. Okay, well, So it goes. All right, we've got upgrading curse now, so that's good. The border guard will help. Might be time to T-Mog Covenant to gold. So we don't need to draw that copper. And so that we can trash it. I think my deck is in better shape to clean up the curses than my opponents. They do have an extra upgrade, but don't have as much draw. Don't have the border guard. Don't have the goat herd. And the commerce for a couple of golds. So about as many stop cards in that sense, because I have the Coven. I don't know if they've trashed all of their coppers. Yeah, they have. And their silver. Okay. Similar number of stop cards. So I think they're just top decking 3 curses here, unless they're going to horse something. And if they do horse something, that should mean that they can't afford Province, because it's pretty much just the Coven left, or the T-Mog if they don't have that on the mat. Okay, no, they're just going to top deck 3 curses. I'm going to T-Mog Coven to gold. So yeah, we get to skip over that. I wonder if it's actually correct to horse the Wishing Well at this point. What do we have down in there? Those 8 cards. 2 provinces. A Coven. 2 Wishing Wells. 1 curse. Still missing a couple. Goat herd. And another gold. Yeah. Thinking this. Just horse all the Wishing Wells. Okay. We made it this turn. Having the goat herd in my deck right now is very nice. Did I horse the T-Mog? Probably not. I'm up a province, and being able to go province into province is really valuable. And I'm not super likely to hit province if I do horse it. I mean, what are the last 4 cards? We discarded a curse, we trashed a curse. We should have 1 curse left down there. So curse gold, Coven, province. We'd have to get exactly gold Coven. Yeah, that doesn't seem worth it. Let's Let's play the T-Mog and buy probably a Wishing Well. Possibly a silver, but I think Wishing Well is going to be better. I forgot about the upgrade. We could T-Mog upgrade to gold to be able to afford province. We want. If my opponent buys province here, I could also consider T-Mog province to province and then just horse the upgrade. Maybe horse the border guard depending on what the upgrade draws. Well, there'd be no reason not to horse the border guard versus playing it normally, I guess. We have to have the Coven, though. Okay, but they're going duchy. So if I go for province, I mean, they can't. Yeah, I should just try to hit province and leave the transmogrify on the mat. That's like, they can't really. With T-Mog on the mat, they don't have anything to upgrade into duchy. They could T-Mog into duchy, but even if they do, if I take province, they can't empty provinces and get province duchy. And even if they did, that would be a tie. So we've got enough for duchy right now, so I guess we take the curse so we can trash it. Sweet. That was lucky. And now we can just horse like crazy after T-Mogging province to province. Okay. Well, that was interesting. I'm not sure I played that well for the most part, but it seemed to work out in the end game anyway. Were you ahead? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure on what basis that claim is being made, but I don't really think it's important to press the point. All right, so there's a lot of power on this board, but not so much draw. Like Horn of Plenty, obviously very powerful card. Counterfeit. Colony Platinum, but yeah, the draw situation is Apothecary doesn't seem good because there's plenty of trashing. How important is hitting 5 here? Church, I mean, Church can help with that if we find it before turn, or if we find it on turn 3, is how I should say that. I don't know, I could just do like the buy good cards opening of like Church Pixie. I wonder if it ends up being worth it to keep 3 Pixies around for Orchard. Same question for Rays. And then of course there's like supplies where you try to get the at least 3 supplies into play at the end of the game. I don't know. But I think... Oh, right, goat, of course. All right, that... Yeah, that helps in terms of being able to hit 5 without a silver. Also means we don't necessarily really need raise, especially with church on the board. Boy, have we had a lot of trashers so far. So if we do a Horn of Plenty thing, what are our uniques? Forum, horn, counterfeit, church, supplies, platinum, gold, silver, something like that. Like it's a lot of treasures. Merchant, I guess I skipped over. I mean, it's definitely doable, but in that sense. But getting all the cards in the hand, that is another question, right? Because you can get, I guess, merchant, forum, pixie, and in theory, apothecary can all be in play without needing to increase hand size. Church, so I mean, you can do it, but it's going to be hard to line up. I want to hit 5 here. I would need to take this. I don't know how I feel about that. If I draw my church, I feel pretty good. Yeah, all right. No, I did not. All right, I think we just want to take a counterfeit. Oh, I guess the goat itself is another unique too. That's helpful. Maybe I should get a Horn of Plenty like now-ish. I think this is probably, well, it's either double pixie or pixie supplies. Let's go with pixie supplies. Not trashing here feels not great. But I do kind of want that horn. Because, like, even if I'm gaining 2 costs with it, it's good. I'm gonna do it. Gonna do it. Will-o-wisps are really nice. No. Alright, so we can hit 5 here if we don't save anything. But we could also just go double 2, rather. I think that's probably better. Another pixie. Other supplies? I mean, supplies does increase hand size, even if ultimately you end up drawing up the supplies, and that has some value. But pixies are low, and if we want to be able to get orchard points, I mean, my opponent only has so much plus pi though. Supplies. Wonder if I get another church here with the horn. I get All right, I have another copper in my hand. Well, not trashing seems too greedy. Question is, we don't really need like merchant silver for like from a payload standpoint. Oh, we can gain a 5 cost. All right, let's get another horn then. And another pixie, I think. Oh, right, because the church was in play. That was what was throwing me off. So I trashed 1 pixie and my opponent has trashed 3. That pixie value. But does that mean, so I have 3 pixies, there's 4 in the trash. That means if they don't take a pixie now and I take this pixie, then they can't get orchard points off of the pixies, which is good to know. I don't know how much that really is going to matter, but I'm just going to put the church into play. Yeah, probably. Well, okay, so we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 uniques in play. So we could set aside like the goat, go down to 5 uniques. We would still have 1, 2, 3, 4 coins, and we'd be able to buy like pixie supplies and then horn for like a forum. Or might we want to, do we want to horn for gold? I don't know. I don't think so. I think I'd rather get like a silver and some merchants if I want to diversify from that perspective. And the forum isn't really doing a whole lot, to be honest. Like, we're not trying to filter past much of anything. It's pretty awkward. Maybe we just get a 3rd horn here. I don't know. This is... I would really like those wisps. It'd be very useful. I don't think there's any reason to trash here. Okay, so we can trash 1 pixie and still keep the orchard points. So that's important to note. That might be the one that we want to take. Although it might be Earth's Gift. Yeah, actually, Earth's Gift is probably better. Oh, no, I'll take that. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So do we goat the last copper? I guess we goat the last copper. All right, let's get a forum. Forum. Another horn. Another supplies. We could get a merchant, even though it doesn't produce any money, just to like set up for the orchard points there. I kind of want to make sure I'm getting the orchard points for the supplies, though. I guess turning Pixie into more wisps would also make sense if I get that opportunity, because I lose the orchard points for Pixie, gain them for wisps, and wisps are like good. I mean, I doubt that'll come up because I doubt that we'll cycle the boon deck again, but maybe we will. Two, three, four, five, six, seven. All right, so my opponent's now got 3 forums and 3 of something else. Not sure what. Maybe horses. Probably horses. Although, no, I don't know how that would work. Oh, no, I see. Yeah, it's definitely horses. Yeah, we're going to have to start considering popping the horns for provinces, even though we're not going to be able to have like a mega turn really with it, probably. If we do that, we might as well counterfeit the horn. Okay, so we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're not even close to having... Yeah, we drew too many horns relative to... So do we want to just... What do we do here? I don't have very much money. Thinking of setting aside some horns. Discard the counterfeit and buy like 1 merchant. Discard counterfeit horn. Or maybe we set aside the counterfeit rather than discarding it. Discard horn. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to go with. Why? Oh, Pixie Boon? I was like, why does Minionpawn have a bigger hand size? It's definitely the reason. It looks like they're going off this turn. I don't really know. I guess that boon plus the wisps might be enough. Looks like they goofed their order. needed to play Forum first, then Horse. In theory, we could know whether this Wisp is going to draw or not. All of our supplies are in the discard pile. We've seen all of our pixies, so shouldn't draw. It means we should play the horses first, or at least two of them. Oh, the goat's down there. I guess that's a card I could draw. Yeah, I don't know what I needed to do there. To not, yeah, like that last turn that I had was pretty not great, and I didn't see enough of my non-stop cards. I don't know how likely that was, really. Okay, so trashing this time is basically Monastery. There's Minion is going to make it a little difficult to do like a big shepherd thing, I think. The other draw options are like kind of Minion itself plus like Experiment, Wishing Well, I guess. I mean, there's also like there's some virtual payload, obviously, for minions themselves, plus markets and poachers. I don't know if that's like enough to get by once you start greening, but maybe then you throw in some shepherds, something like that. All right, I'm thinking if we want to play with minions, then we don't really want to keep like estates around for shepherd. That's what makes it awkward, is like then later in the game we maybe do want to have estates to or maybe we just buy a bunch of experiments or something, or like poachers discard the green cards, but that doesn't actually matter for a minion. I don't know. Do I want to open with a monastery? I think so. There's good 3 costs that I would want. Maybe even would pick up a ducat. And then poacher or experiment, I think, are my two favorite options here. I think I prefer experiment. All right, well now I'm probably gonna grab a poacher. Oh, well that's nice. Be super duper cool if I didn't have to trigger a shuffle to draw my monastery. Super duper cool. But it is not to be. All right, well we probably want to go ahead and grab an experiment again here, since that will get us to trash multiple cards. I would like to hit 5, and I mean I did, right? But I wanted to trash more. Okay, so do we stop here or do we try to hit 5? I want to hit 5. Get the market first for monastery reasons. Or do we get the minion? I always buy experiment. Trash multiple cards. I think I prefer the minion slightly. Alright, maybe I'll get a market here. If I take market here, play poacher, and then use minion for discard, I'm guaranteed to draw the market, although then I trigger a bad shuffle when I actually play the market. It's annoying. Maybe I won't do that. Wait, no, I'm wrong about that. Never mind, it totally works. Because although then I don't have the monastery in hand. That's the problem. Yeah. Yeah, but maybe that's okay. Not sure. I mean, I can hit 5 as it is, and I get to trash 1 card, which is better than trashing no cards. So I guess we'll do that. Occurs to me, for some reason I was thinking I was likely to get attacked here, but I'm really not likely to get attacked at all. So that may have been silly. All right, this is a discard, though, surely. So we could take double experiment, but we can't trash, that many coppers anyway. So I think I'm just gonna get a minion and trash a copper. It's unfortunate how this is all lined up, but such is the way of things sometimes, I suppose. Well, that's annoying. I wanted to be attacked. Now I'm going to get attacked when I have 3 minions in hand. Whoopee. Or not. All right, so we go minion market. And we were less trashed, but I don't know how much it's really going to matter. Like it might matter if it stays that way, but I mean, we can like, you know, can slowly continue to trash the coppers. Somehow we split the minions. Not really the outcome I was expecting. Huh, 2 markets. Matter. Yeah, just yeah, we want to discard here, right? So we can take a province here. We could go province poacher to be able to hit. Well, actually, if I'm going to trash coppers, I'm going to be down to 10 coins. So that would get me back up to 11 coins. Which is enough for province experiment. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fine. I could just trash 1 copper so that I can still hit 12 next turn. I don't know how good of an idea that really is. Probably not a good idea. Especially because at some point you have to play more than minions for discard, and then like you're not reliably hitting that price point anyway. Yeah, like now we hit 11 without drawing the last 2 cards, which are our other poacher and our pasture. I mean, we could do discard. It amounts to the same thing. Unless we wanted to trash the pasture. Hmm. I think we just go province experiment here. My opponent does have 1 more market than I do. Which should only really mean that they can hit like 12? Which, I mean, does mean they could buy province poacher, but... This is a little bit scary. But there's no chance that I draw 4 dead cards. The 5 cards in here... Oh no, the pasture is in there. Okay, so there's a very small chance. That would suck. I haven't even attacked, though. Well, this is just getting worse and worse. We had provinces. There's no real reason to think that my opponent is gonna whiff before I do. So now the question is going to be, oof. No. Even correct? I don't know. Got one more minion down there. We got 2 markets and some crud. We discard a minion instead. We play the experiment. I think that probably does work out better. Although having the experiment in my deck would be pretty nice. That wasn't correct. Well, yeah, so this was going to be the question anyway, is do we duchy dance, and if so, how do we do it? I was thinking if I drew around properly that I would buy province estate maybe, but as it is, we can buy duchy experiment. I think that's got to be the play. I'd like to get a poacher, honestly, but I mean, shepherd. I mean, I could go like shepherd estate. But, well, yeah, I think it's got to be duchy experiment. I don't know. It's rough. Being player 2 almost feels like an advantage at this point because you've put the green card into your deck later than player 1 has. It's like on the final turn, you've got well, I don't know. Maybe that's silly. Minionpawn could go double duchy or could go duchy shepherd. Double duchy, okay. I should, in theory, know what I have down here. I've seen... Well, what did I discard? That was the part I didn't pay attention to. Province, Market, Poacher, Minion, Monastery. Okay, so Market, Poacher, Minion in the discard. Another Minion in those 2 cards. And another Experiment. Okay. I think we play the Experiment then. And the other one, I think. So we could go duchy shepherd now. The only thing about that is we still don't have like we're still losing out on tempo. It's Minionpawn. If Minionpawn goes like Because I still only have so many coins in my deck. On the other hand, like, Minionpawn shouldn't reliably be able to hit Province Plus anyway? I think I'm going to take the Shepherd. I don't know. Could be wrong. I mean, this is a good sign. Shepherd, double estate. Yeah, okay. This is still pretty rough. We can go Duchy Shepherd. Leaves us still behind in points. Or we can go Shepherd Estate Estate. Or we can go Duchy Estate Estate. I don't know, I kind of think I need the Shepherd. Do I need to tie in points? Probably I do. That's not great, although it's probably going to get discarded, which is also not great. Both of the Shepherds being there, yeah, that's not good. Unless my opponent has a big old dud. Not. I mean, maybe they have a partial dud, but not the level of dud that that pause was maybe suggesting. Okay. Oh boy. I could already buy triple estate. I wanted to go that direction. Do I, like, I've got 2 Shepherds in those 11 cards, and like a lot of green, which means there's a pretty good chance my next turn would be good, though it's really hard to say. And it's not obvious that cycling here would hurt that. It would really just depend on which cards I drew. I mean, if if I play for coins, then I can go Duchy Estate Estate. Seems better. No, I can't. Just kidding. But discarding isn't going to help that situation. At most, I draw my other minion, and then I still hit 8. Okay. So I'm gonna stop here and just go triple estate. If I somehow don't get attacked, that is a really nice hand, but what are the odds of that? Oh my gosh. That is some bad stuff for my opponent. They didn't really deserve that. So I can hit 14. Okay, I think... Oh, yeah, that's Province Duchy, right. Which is pretty strong. Although not game-winning, because, like, I could dud just as easily. But the 10-point lead is certainly nice. It's not something that they can catch up to in one turn. And if I can buy one more duchy, then it is locked in. Whew. On the other hand, if they buy 2 duchies, then it's just whoever gets the first province. Oh wait, they can't buy 2 duchies. All right. Right. Okay, so all I need to do is buy a duchy. Say that as if it's going to be easy. I'm 1 coin short. If I play the poacher, I'd have to discard 2 cards. I think I play the shepherd first. Well, okay. There we go. I wasn't even thinking about the fact that the duchies ended the game on piles anyway. I was thinking about half VP. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the sort of expected outcome for that game was. Like if I dud 2 or Minionpawn doesn't dud or whatever, I don't know like who was favored. It was certainly very close. Yeah, a game like that can definitely go that direction. Well, I guess I was right about what I would end up doing. Get a bunch of minions and then get the shepherds later after trashing all my estates. I mean, that can be correct plenty of times anyway. All right, let me open this up a little bit longer. So we've got no draw. So like in theory... Populate does look like useful here, but though not like high impact. Like you only get 4 actions. Like you want all of them, but I'm thinking about like if we can train merchants and then have like some supplies, maybe a ducat or 2, forager, that would be sufficient. Do we want a cobbler? We might want a cobbler. I'm thinking like silver forager. We're gonna want to get the silver soon. I don't think I want apothecary. Could be correct to get raise or even monastery. Nah, I don't know if I like monastery. Maybe raise over forager initially. Give myself a chance to get a cobbler, and if I don't, then I don't, so what? Alright, I'll pick up a forager here, and then we'll go in for merchants. Of course, if I don't pair raise with the state, that's going to be pretty sad. I don't know what that noise was. Okay, the good news is we can raise the raise and get cobbler if we want to. I think I'm just going to do that. Merchant here. Next turn probably supplies. Could take a second cobbler. That seems kind of greedy. Actually, maybe I meant to take another forager there. Or even a Ducat. Yeah, let's get the other cobbler. I don't know, let's be greedy. Oh no. 3 merchants to my 1? Or do I have 2? I'm not sure. Hey now. Stop stealing my ideas. Yeah, alright. I think I played a little too slowly on the merchants. Too bad I can't train horses. Might need to gain another silver. But I don't know, maybe not. Yeah, I think I should pick up another silver probably. Can't buy province supplies, which is what I wanted to do. Too bad. I guess it would have actually been sufficient, as it turns out, for me to just take supplies. I would have still hit 8. I take raise here to raise this estate. Having one estate left in my deck is not so bad, but yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Saw 2 merchants. Uncool. And I didn't find silver. So that's great. Do we just take duchy already? Maybe so. My opponent just get way thinner than I did? I don't really understand how, if so. I guess they did get a second forager. Maybe that's all it was. So once again, I do not have a silver in hand. Maybe I'll just raise estate again. Okay, we found our silver. Well, I could populate. I probably shouldn't. But I don't have any 6 costs to farmland. That would be a way to catch up on points. Apologies if you can hear thumping. Somebody's bumping around upstairs. Okay. Didn't hit province, that's good. But neither did I. That's not good. I think it's too late for taking something for farmland, so I guess we're just going to do that. Minionpawn might actually hit double this turn. Only 1 coin from the forager, but still... Well, no, never mind. They're not going to hit double. Never mind. It's not like those are all treasures in hand or something. I mean, or expensive treasures anyway. You're going to get hit 8 off of the merchants, but then it's going to be like some supplies and stuff. Might hit province duchy, though. Would put me very far behind. Yeah, I guess the second forager was probably the difference here. Well, that and getting an extra merchant in that split. I should have just bought merchant instead of second cobbler. I would have had that last merchant. Well, they are almost to double. Oh, they trash silver. Doesn't seem obviously worth it. Like, having the second silver in your deck does make you more likely to line that up with the merchants, but I don't know. Just go Province Duchy or Province Farmland and you'll win. Okay. Oh, right. I get to gain a card to my hand. I could take another silver. What am I going for at this point? Double Duchy, I guess? Or Province and hope that my opponent duds. I don't know. Probably silver. Well, I'll also take Ducat and trash it. Whatever. Okay, well, this has got to be double Duchy, since we hit exactly 10. I mean, I guess it could arguably be Province Estate, but... Well, this looks pretty over. Let's me take Cobbler. This. Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm gonna gain. Oh no. I still have way too many coppers in my deck. Yeah, alright. That, yeah, I mean, some of that was probably first player. I mean, if I do what I do as first player, then I don't lose the merchant split. But anyway, yeah, I definitely think I shouldn't have taken this second cobbler. Second forager. I didn't notice when Minionpawn picked that up. It was probably a good idea. To thin down a little bit more quickly. It might have even been a good idea to take a monastery at some point. I don't know when I would have had an opportunity to, like... There was one turn where I hit 5 and I bought, like, merchant supplies or merchant raids or something like that, which would have been a good turn to trash a couple coppers, assuming I could have still hit the 5 while... or without taking something else, and assuming I even had a cobbler in play, so which I don't remember, so, you know. But, yeah, I think in general, I've started to notice a bit of a pattern with these kinds of games where, like, it's mostly like a cantrip deck that I don't play them quite right. Like, I haven't gotten my calibration right, if that's the right word, for the sort of tempo of them, like and like what you can detour to do and what you shouldn't detour to do, and how quickly you need to trash and that sort of thing. Because like one of the things, you know, about like these, like the cantrip decks like this, is that like you don't have a lot of payloads. So if you over trash, you can end up having to spend too long building back up. But on the other hand, if you don't thin down quickly enough, then you end up not drawing through your deck because you don't have anything that increases. Well, okay, so supplies do actually increase hand size, but basically you don't have anything that increases hand size. Like you're just going to have like a certain number of stop cards that you're going to, you know, you're going to draw, you know, 4 stop cards, or, you know, in the case of supplies it's more, but still so many stop cards, and then you're just going to stop drawing because you know, you don't have any draw cards. And so like there's a balance to be struck there that I think I am doing a poor job of striking. So that's something to think about, especially in a mix like this where there's relatively a lot of games like that because of the fact that it's all non-terminals, and so you end up with a lot of cantrip based boards. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will catch you for my final match at some point against... Until then.